Lisa Lieberman Wang is here to talk to us today about a topic that I think all of us should be more aware of, which is how to get TV appearances and use that as a visibility strategy. She has been seen by millions on ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, the CW, and she has used that as a catalyst to help her be able to then go on and train over 120,000 entrepreneurs live in person in the last 20 years. She's trained on wellness, on leadership, sales and marketing strategies, how to grow your business, how to increase your mindset. And she's also the she's also the bestseller author, I can talk today, author of one internationally best-selling book, Find to Fab. So Lisa, I'm so excited to have you on today. We had connected on an expert summit years ago, and then we reconnected in person last year at a networking conference, and we went out to lunch. And as we were sitting there, the more we talked, the more I was like, I had no idea you knew and had accomplished as much as you have. And she is absolutely brilliant. So we're excited to have you on today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, and I want to ditto that, even spending the time with you and seeing what you've done as well, Amy. So no small feat for either one of us. It's pretty exciting. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so you have accomplished a lot of things in your career, and you've really utilized TV as a platform. And we were talking yesterday, just kind of chatting through this. And I'm excited about all the things that you have to share. So I know you've got some great tips, and I'm going to let you jump in and get started giving them.
Okay, absolutely. So first, I'm going to let everybody know you don't have to be brilliant to be able to succeed. You can tell I can't get an iPhone to work properly, wasn't able to log in, had all the challenges doing this at the hotel. But here's the piece that I really want people to take away. When you're looking to get yourself out there, you want to promote yourself, it's really important to be able to brand yourself. And I say that because there's so many people out there who want to be seen and get the visibility, but everybody's holding up the same exact sign saying me, 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 me. And it's called marketing myopia. I mean, it's like, why would I choose one person over another? Why should I choose this person who's a life coach, this one who's a business coach, this one who's a relationship coach? Why would I use this scientist for this interview or some other kind of show? What makes you unique? And that's one of the things that's really important that we avoid doing, because a lot of people don't understand that when you're marketing and you're putting yourself out there, you need to brand yourself so they remember you. So the first thing I'm going to show you is my book, which is the #1 bestseller, Find to Fab. And Find was how I used to feel, which was effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. And I really wanted to be fab, fabulous, awesome, beautiful. Well, I had put it out, and Find to Fab is a pretty catchy name, right? Good to great, Find to Fab. They work that way, right? Yeah. And doing that, it's like, okay, now how do we separate ourselves? And I remember looking and said, I need to stand out from everybody else, because I'm not a life coach. That's not what I do. I'm a licensed master NAP, NLP practitioner and trainer. I'm also certified in dialectical behavior therapy and cognitive behavior therapy and all those things that mean absolutely nothing to TV. You need to hear that. It means absolutely nothing to TV. As a matter of fact, it deters them when you give them things they don't understand. So how do you, right? So how do you simplify it so they want to work with you? So it goes, oh, I need what she has, or I need what he has. How do you market yourself so they're going to want you? The challenge is a lot of people put out all these big words and all these other things that they don't understand. So they're not going to go ask you. They just go next, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a big piece. So the thing is, once you brand yourself, how you represent yourself is really important to your avatar, because what's going to happen if you want to be on TV, you need to have a good website. Presence is really important. Then you need to make sure all your social media is congruent. If you've never invested in a photographer for good pictures and photo shots, you need to do it, because it makes the difference. Whether I was on CBS or Fox or ABC, every one of them wanted a press release. They all wanted to see my press kit. So you need a press kit. So what does that entail? Well, that entails you. What makes you special? What is it you bring to the world? And at the end of the day, it's WIIFM. For them means what's in it for me? What do you bring into my viewers that's going to add value and make me look good? It means they want to look good bringing you on, right?
Well, and they don't want you to come on and just do a commercial, because if you're just going to come on and do a commercial, that's a paid spot. And that costs $5,000 to $8,000 usually, depending on the market. And so you have to present yourself as somebody who's going to come on and bring in like a information segment that's going to be valuable to their listeners. Otherwise, you're in the wrong department and they'll bump you back over to, oh yeah, we'd love to have you on. And now they're pitching you to pay for the spot.
Absolutely. And you know what? The thing is, you have to add value. Realize producers are looking for material all the time. So how you produce material is really easy. If you go on Google, you can see what's trending. That's an easy way to figure it out, what's trending out there. And when you see what's trending, what you might also find out is that you can go to websites like Your Tango, Thrive Global, Huffington Post, Forbes, and look at the titles that are getting the most views and everything else, and then wordsmith those titles. So what ended up happening is when I started the whole TV thing, at the beginning, quite honestly, I thought I'd be talking to people about eating disorders and self-sabotage and everything. And I found they weren't buying that. It wasn't what they were looking for, but they were looking for a relationship expert who can speak about relationships with yourself, relationships with others, relationships during the holiday, relationships with food during the holiday at that time of the year, right? What were the topics? But you have to be really creative in how you pitch them. And that's really an important piece too, because how you represent yourself and how you pitch are very important. Because if you waste their time, they just kind of blackball you. You won't get invited back. The other thing is you need to know how to say it in like 1-2 minute little sound bites. That was one of the things that was really challenging. You can tell I speak very quickly, but not this quickly on TV.
Well, no, I'm with you. The very first time I got invited to go on TV, I like said my little bit and then I thought they would say something back and come back to me. No, it was done. I was like, oh, that was so fast. I had so many things I wanted to say still. And so you do have to be prepared for that, for sure.
You do. And one of the things, I've done that once, and after doing it dozens and dozens of times, I never did it again. Because I was like, aren't they going to ask me something else? And I'm sitting there, and at the end, I made like 2 points out of my 5. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I have more to tell you. I have more. So one of the things you want to do is make sure you know how to make your point quickly. If you speak very slow, you take your time, you have a hard time getting your words out, you're going to have a hard time getting on TV. Honestly, you're going to have a hard time with that. Know your subject, know what people are looking for, and be the solution to them. So a big thing happened for us when Kate Spade committed suicide. I had been invited, like literally didn't even take an effort. They had heard my name, knew who I was, and they were like, get her here this morning. You need to be ready when they're ready, because news is news. This is not, you have time for it. You need to be there. But what happened is when Harvey Weinstein ended up having that whole sex scandal, CBS already had me on TV. So when they heard my name put in there when Kate Spade, it wasn't even a thought process. I already had earned the stripes, so to speak, that they're like, oh, okay, of course, here, get her here now. So I had to be ready. So you need to be ready if you're going to end up pitching your stories and what you want to share. You need to be ready on the dime. And that's really important.
Which is where the brand comes into place. That if you want to be able to utilize this platform and be ready, you have to have the brand ready. If the brand's not ready, you'll send the pitch and they're going to look at the pitch and go, yeah, that pitch looks good. But the next thing they do is they look at your platform. And if your platform doesn't match the pitch, you're not going to get booked.
Absolutely. And that's really what happens. It has to be congruent. And that's what I was implying before. Not just your website, on social media. What are you putting out there? Who are you? Are you a credible source? Is this somebody that they want to quote? Is it somebody they want to have on there? It's also getting on there is not just about getting on there. It's about what do you do when you're there? How do you monetize it? People don't understand. Getting on TV does not make you money. It doesn't. Right. Not the actual act of getting on TV. What you do with the information, how you leverage it afterwards is what can monetize. And most people don't understand that because they don't get the business end. They think, oh, this is cool, I'm on TV. It is cool, but realize it changes depending on the kind of interview. You could be on for 2 or 3 minutes. One interview they had me do, I was like a half-hour interview. They cut it up and sliced it, diced it. It ended up being like 3 minutes when it was done. I'm saying, wow, that was a lot of stuff. And then things are taken out of context. It was very interesting when it was done. But there's so many different ones. And what I learned is how do you make the best out of it is one is promotions through social media, resharing it, putting it on your website, letting other people know, making sure that people saw you on it as well, using it as part of your calling card when you want to go speak at other locations and be able to show that you are the expert. But sometimes having the book definitely helps. And Amy, I'm going to share with them the new one that's not done yet.
I want to bring it up on screen.
Oh, you're the best. I love you.
I'm excited for this new book. So tell us about the new book, because this is getting ready to drop really soon, right?
It is. It is. This is the first time I'm even talking about it officially because it's just now up on the site and it's brand new, Become the Expert. It's a step-by-step guide to creating your own personal, unique brand for more sales, more money, more often, more clients, more often. And what's so amazing about this book and why it came about is because I have been building people and building business for 35 years. And when I branded myself through Find to Fab, everybody thought I was just helping people personally and professionally to break through the barriers that weighed them down. And I was like, wait a second, you don't understand. I actually have done 60 million in sales. I built businesses, 6- and 7-figure businesses. And behind the scenes, I was creating 6- and 7-figure businesses for my clients. And what they didn't realize is they're saying, well, how is this one doing it? She's a Reiki practitioner. How is she making a 6-figure income? Or how is this person making $1 million a year in their gym that most of them are losing money? How is this one closing 91%? What are they doing? And I said, it's all has to do with branding you. It's about how you represent you. And this brand, You Become the Expert, totally does it for you. And I'm going to be offering this. Can I tell them now?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm offering this for free. I actually wrote this and I ended up writing with one of my business associates, Willard Barth. He's been a business consultant for 22 years. We have several businesses together with teaching people how to build themselves, build their business and market. And when we wrote the book, we realized it's kind of like an introduction to what needs to be done just to get yourself out there. So we put the book together. We said, we're going to make it free. You just pay the shipping and handling and we'll pay for the book. And the shipping and handling cost less than what it cost me. So I am really buying your book for you. So thank you for sharing that, Amy. That was so cool.
You're welcome. Well, I'm excited for that book to come out. I will definitely be getting it. And we really appreciate you coming on. So for all of our listeners and viewers that are here with us, I would love to hear in the chat, what are your takeaways? Let Lisa know what you've appreciated from her presentation. And then Lisa, what's the best way that they can get in touch with you and stay plugged in?
Awesome. You can find me at lisaleibermanwang.com. I'm the only Jewish Chinese woman you know, but go to brandyoubecometheexpert.com. That's brandyoubecometheexpert.com. And you can go and get this book and enjoy it and let us know what you like after. And for anybody who gets the book, I'm offering a free consultation. My consultations for business are worth $1,500. If you qualify, I'll be happy to be able to talk to you and help you brand you and you become the expert.
And I would take advantage of that because I picked Lisa's brain over lunch this summer and it really shifted the way that I was thinking about my direction and some of the decisions I was making. She's genius. So thank you so much, Lisa, for being on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait to hear all the recordings when they're done.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Good luck with your conference.
Thank you. It'll be amazing. Have a great day, everyone.